action. Hey YouTube, Turtleags here, bringing you another AFK journey video. Today, finally, Phraesto has been released, and what we will do right now is we will watch the Phraesto character trailer together to kind of get hyped for this new character who we will be summoning later today, maybe in like an hour or two after I gather more stellar crystals. And we'll go over his trailer, and then we'll go into the game and go over his kit. That way, you know, we kind of have an idea of who we are summoning for. Basically, my plan in terms of the summoning itself is that I'm probably going to have about 150 stellar crystals. If we do hit a couple earlies, then I probably might purchase some of the inefficient stellar crystal packs in order to get him Supreme Plus, so we have a proper showcase. But if I hit hard pity every single time, I'm probably just going to wait until next Monday when I can get 4 more of the efficient summon packs, and then we'll kind of go from there. Also, I will be playing through the event, and maybe we'll get some stellar crystals that way. So we'll figure it out. One way or the other, we will get a Supreme Plus Phraesto within this coming week, and we'll get some playtesting done. Yeah, I'm a tomato. Hey YouTube, give me a kiss. Hey there, you two, looking real good. Yep. All right, Team Hypogenes. Yes, all right, let's go ahead and watch the trailer, and let me know if it's too loud or too soft. Here we go. Ooh, pretty.
Fascinating, isn't it? Those drawn to this place find themselves lost in illusions. They venture forth,
Audio's
but
good?
return.
Okay. I raised the volume a little bit. Hope it's
Yet
okay.
still, some persist like ants drawn to a scent. None realizes that what they pursue is but a mirage.
Aladdin.
Or perhaps these illusions are their desires incarnate. Just as some believe that divinity will bless them. Wealth, fame, knowledge, power, faith, love. I wonder, what form does your desire take?
I gotta say, his voice acting is really good. That's also. Well, here we go. Showcasing his skills. Royal, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Coco. Oh, that was Coco. Ah, I see. Alright, so that was the trailer. Pretty cool. Let's now go over his kit. We'll go into the game here. Alright. Okay, let's go over his kit right now. I'm gonna increase the volume just a little bit. Okay, so this is our new Hypogene tank, a magic tank, as you can see here, S rank, and he is available in both the Dream Station as well as in the guild store, where you can spend 30k guild coins guild medals in order to purchase Phraesto. Going over his kit first, you know, his ultimate Feudal Echo. Passive, Phraesto sacrifices 12% of his max HP, summoning an identical illusion during the preparation stage. Okay, so this illusion inherits 100% of Phraesto's stats, can also cast all his skills. When both Phraesto and his illusion are positioned in the same row, they each receive a 30% damage reduction effect lasting until one of them is defeated. Okay, got it. So this is where positioning does matter. Phraesto does create an illusion that serves also as a tank. When we do summon him, we'll be able to showcase this. Basically, you put the real Phraesto and the fake Phraesto, and if you put them within the same row, as it says here, both of them get a 30% damage reduction until one of them is defeated. So this is really good. I think when it comes to having a tank, the most important thing really is that they hold down the line, that they're not so easily defeated. With him sacrificing 12% of his max HP in the beginning, that does worry me, because another unit who does a similar thing is Viperion, where he sacrifices his HP for mediocre damage. But thankfully with Phraesto, at least he has a way to kind of turtle up. Okay, so going on to Crimson Contract here, Phraesto and his illusion each sign a permanent contract with a different allied hero positioned behind them when a battle starts. So this is kind of like Thorn. Reducing the recipient's HP by 6%. Interesting. Phraesto increases the recipient's energy recovery speed by 14%, while the illusion increases the recipient's damage reduction by 14%. Ooh, okay, so the terms of each contract remains undetected by the enemies before the battle starts. So during the trailer, not the trailer we just saw, but the one before that, it explained that the real Phraesto is kind of like applies offensive buffs to the person behind him, whereas his illusion provides defensive buffs to the ally behind him. So I think that's really cool, because part of what made Thorn so good, besides being able to cheese out really heavy damage on the enemies, was that he was also able to reduce the damage taken by the ally behind him. Now the illusion Phraesto doesn't mitigate as much damage as Thorn, because as you can see here, it's only 14%. However, it's still quite a good ability. And also it says here, Phraesto launches 3 strikes against the enemy in front, dealing 100% damage with the first 2 hits, 140% damage with the third hit. Phraesto grants his recipient an extra 80 energy. The illusion grants the recipient 180% shield for 6 seconds. Wow. So Phraesto himself can apply a shield to the ally behind him, and also give some energy, which is kind of like what Rowan does, which is really awesome. That seems really powerful. And I'm glad I held back from P1 Burial. Yeah, that's a good idea. Phraesto is for sure a cool hero, but I think it's not the broken hero I've been saving Stargazes for. Okay. Hey Wardle, good to see you. Is he not broken? Would like to see some PvP testing to be sure. Yeah, that's what I would like to test him in as well. Phraesto increases the physical and magic defense of both him and his illusion by 30%. That's his hero focus. Whenever one of them loses 10% of the max HP, the other gains 15 energy. Interesting. And the energy goes towards the ability to do damage and recover HP for himself. Okay. Interesting. We skipped this, I'm sorry. So for Vicious Sting, so Phraesto stings an enemy in front, dealing 50% damage and inflicting them with paralyzing venom for 6 seconds. Enemies afflicted with paralyzing venom have their haste reduced by 30 and vitality reduced by 45. So this is kind of like Carolina, right? Carolina takes away their haste with the snowballs, and it's kind of like Cessia, where she kind of takes away some of their vitality, decreasing their ability to heal. I can totally see this being impactful in some stages where the enemies are healing so much that it takes longer to defeat them, especially when you're pushing much higher above your weight class for AFK stage pushing. They also lose 2% of their max HP per second while restoring 3% of the caster's max HP per second. Interesting. Okay, so that's kind of like a smoky aura, like a fraction of a smoky aura, the blue one. Enemy HP loss can't exceed 40% of Phraesto's attack per second. Okay, very cool. And we talked about his hero focus. So at level 3, Phraesto increases the physical and magic defense of both himself and his illusion by 50%. Whenever one of them loses 10% max HP, the other gains 25 energy. That actually seems really good. That's kind of like a permanent Granny ability, isn't it? Because Granny, she has a one-time chance to increase her physical and magic defense by 50% when she's in a pickle, right? And oftentimes we run Rowan with her just to get that off. But it seems to be with just Phraesto's hero focus, he's able to do this. And also grant energy to the other tank for more damage and whatnot. Ooh, okay. Phraesto taunts the enemy who deals the most damage if... So this is his EX skill. Phraesto taunts the enemy who dealt the most damage if his illusion is defeated before he is, dealing 500% damage, that's actually a really high multiplier, and stunning them for 4.5 seconds. Wow, that is actually a really long stun duration. Okay, and this was what we were talking about earlier, that it is his EX15 weapon that allows him to summon an illusion in front of himself if the previous illusion is defeated before he is. The new illusion inherits only 60% of the Phraesto's max HP, triggers once at most per battle. Ah, okay. So it's not like Cessia, where Cessia can keep ulting and keep resummoning Mr. Carlisle, or kind of like with Damien resummoning the Chariot. I actually think that this keeps him from being Omega broken. Because imagine if you went against a tank that could resummon another tank until the battle ended, right? That would be really Monka. But Phraesto has the ability to resummon his illusion one more time. He's a very good tank, not broken in the sense where he can wipe enemies by himself, but has a strong foundation for any team to work upon. With that counter Aaron comps, both he and his illusion take damage, give each other enemy to ult and heal. You know, Michael, that could be it. I think he doesn't do enough damage to be a late game whale PvP must. Okay. We can have Thorin, Phraesto, and another DPS behind double contract. That actually sounds pretty good, Zolaris. I think his kit's amazing. We'll see with more testing. Cookies, I'm doing really well. We're going over Phraesto's kit right now. He's the new Hypogene character that released today. Magic Team Tank for Battle Drill boss teams. Yes. Is he not broken? Would like to see some PvP testing to be sure. Yes, we'll definitely do so. Yeah. Alright, and then finally the Supreme Plus skill, Enhanced Force. When both Phraesto and his illusion are positioned in the same row, they each receive a shield equal to 570% of their attack when the battle starts, lasting up to 12 seconds. So this further enhances their survivability. Wow. And then Provocation, that's the season skill, taunts enemies within a 2-tile radius for 3 seconds after each ultimate cast. Ooh, this is good. I wonder if his clone tanks King Croaker. I think that Zebo said he did. We can playtest it today, actually. Okay, so that wraps it up for this video. What do I think about him? I think he has a lot of potential. I was planning on running him in a zoo comp, but one of the viewers confirmed for me that because his summon appears during his illusion appears during the preparation phase, so the illusion will not get the Florabelle shield, Supreme Plus shield. However, there is a possibility that with him summoning a new illusion in front of him with his EX weapon, that that illusion might get a shield when he comes up, which will be a big deal because the illusion will inherit only 60% of Phraesto's max HP, so he's going to be a bit squishier. Yeah, so anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I do live stream on twitch.tv/turtlelags, and I will be summoning for as many Phraesto copies as I can sometime later today. So I will catch you in the next video.